An intro wasn't in the budget. I'm sorry.
We are going to the gym. Hello, everybody. Like, this is crazy. Like, I cannot believe that I'm making a YouTube video. Well, I can believe it, but it's crazy. So, we are signed up for the gym. We're going to a new gym. We are going to be doing push, pull, legs. That's pretty much the split. I don't write workouts or track workouts. It just depends on the vibe. Like I just go with the flow, you know. I'm just real nonchalant. So, um, yeah. Anyways, sometimes I just do workouts that look maybe a little bit not correct, but it feels good. The muscle's being worked. I can feel the muscle being worked. I can feel where there's stress on my joints and whatnot. So, and you got to do that too. You got to listen to your body. You know, there's not a one way. You know, when it comes to an exercise like chest press or something, everybody has a different wingspan. Everybody has different muscle insertions. Like it's gonna. There's a general basis of like, hey, don't do this, and you know, there's definitely big no-nos, but you really got to just learn your body, you know, and not get stuck following a single person or a single thing, you know. Don't be afraid to try new stuff. Like if you're doing something and it's causing you pain, like maybe try something else. I know that there's just some movements I don't do or that I'm not fond of. I tell myself it's for pain, but it's really because I'm a little bitch. But anyways, we're gonna hop into the workout. Like I said, we're doing push, so we're just gonna do some warm up, some stretch, and by warm up I mean stretch. We're just gonna get right into it, max weight. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I'll see you guys inside.
All right, so we get to do a lovely voiceover and absolutely roast the shit out of myself. Um, it's pretty pathetic walking into a gym and struggling to do half the weight that I was doing when I was being consistent, but that's just part of the game. You got to stay humble and remain humble, or you're never going to grow. You got to be a student, always be a student. The best teachers are good students. Yeah, I don't know why I tried 2 plates there. That was just way too much. I did do some chest press, some incline chest press, and I also did some Arnold press before this. So I was definitely starting to feel it just after doing those. And then I usually like to get into doing my tricep and shoulders and that kind of thing. I usually like to just do my chest or my bigger muscle and then switch into doing those smaller muscles. And then I don't just do all of them straight back to back. I usually like to go from chest to maybe a tricep movement, maybe do a last chest movement, and then a shoulder movement. All these muscles kind of work in unison, and so I like to break them down slowly, but this is not something that I'm going full out and getting hypertrophy in every single muscle. I'm not trying to recover in a hospital bed for a week, so we're just taking it easy. I really like doing flies like that because the little bit of weight from the steel bar right there is just perfect for me and my small feminine frame. Um, but yeah, these feel really good. I really like using the cable because I feel like I can get tension throughout the entire movement. I do like doing dumbbell flies too, but these single arm shoulder raises just feel really good, especially getting back into the swing of things. I can feel where I'm more weak. Here we get a close up on my big ass head. This tricep extension was made for a 8 foot tall, 400-pound brolic man. I felt like a 4-year-old kid at the gym for the first time using this tricep extension. I don't know why the grips are so wide, but anyways, yeah, and then we're definitely going to be trying to do cardio. I definitely do get a lot of cardio in at work, but I'll be doing cardio aside from that. I want to start running again, but I don't want to pass out and be rushed to the hospital in an ambulance, so we're going to start light with probably my favorite form of cardio, and that's just boxing. Uh, they have the same bag as my other gym, so I'm already familiar with these Wave Masters, and so It's fun. It's really enjoyable to do cardio that doesn't necessarily feel like cardio. Um, I used to play a lot of pickleball and cycle a lot, and so, but again, I don't want to pass out on the pickleball court and die, and so we're just going to take it easy as we get back into the swing of things. Try to find cardio that you enjoy. Walking, running, swimming, biking, boxing, anything like that. I definitely prefer to spar when I do boxing stuff because I'm fighting for my life and I'm distracted that it's exercise, and so that is somewhat more enjoyable for me. I'm not a professional. I'm sure my form and all that stuff can be way better, but like I said, this is just for fun. I always like to warm up with a little bit of foot movement. It looks great. Um, but yeah, it's really fun and enjoyable to do this for me, and so I encourage you to find cardio that you enjoy that doesn't necessarily feel like cardio. I bottle all my emotions, and so if you're like me, doing the bag is great. You really get to just take it all out in there. Sometimes I print out a picture of somebody that pissed me off that day, and I can hit them. That's really fun. But yeah, I will hopefully get the audio fixed tomorrow and actually have my mic record. It did me dirty today. I swear it was on, but it wasn't. And so, yeah, this is really fun. I think tomorrow we're going to be doing back, just a pull day, do some biceps, some curls for the girls. Yeah, this gym is pretty neat. It's definitely really small, but it's really not crowded at all. I think there's a couple people the entire time I was there. Basically felt like my own little personal gym. Hopefully, like I said, tomorrow the audio is back and good, and you guys can hear me live, huffing and puffing, trying not to get rushed home in an ambulance.
I am tired. It was not a super long workout, but I was there for a while. I mean, setting up the camera and everything, definitely, yeah, definitely takes time, but it's worth it. It's nice. It makes it more enjoyable. I feel like I have like a mission. I do have a mission. It was cool. I made some friends there. When I introduced myself to people and they know who I am and I know who they are, it's just like, it's a lot more casual, you know. But when it's like, oh, who's this random dude filming, dude? Get the hell away from me. Anyways, it is the end of day one. That was day one. I am super, super grateful that I get to eat at work. Like, every day at work, I just get to, like, make my own food and eat. So we have really good options. And so I usually just make a big plate. That's all I've eaten today. I don't have a problem with the eating. It's more the snacking that kills me. I snack. You know, I eat chips and more chips, and it adds up. But nah, I've never, not never. I don't know why I'm saying never. It's been a lot easier to control the diet side of things. It's just, it's hard to control both of them, but when it comes to dieting, I feel like that was definitely like harder. It was easier to train, it was fun to train, it was hard to like not overeat. But as time went on, it kind of became harder to train. Things got stagnant. I used to track my calories and, you know, write my workouts or buy workouts from different people and do those and be on certain, you know, schedules and all that. Now it's like, man, that stuff sucks. That feels like a job. Don't get me wrong, if you're trying to bodybuild or, you know, do this like competitively, like you're an athlete, like obviously you got to be super on top of it, you know, and hammering out your weak points. But for me, I'm more just focused on being healthier and happier and looking and feeling better. And so I don't, you know, doing the calorie tracking and all that kind of stuff. I feel like maybe it's because I did it for so long. I feel like I just have a good idea. Like, I know when I'm overeating, I know when I'm not overeating, I know when I'm undereating. So, yeah. Back in my heyday, when I was running and doing my weighted runs, I ate like a monster. I was eating close to 4,000 calories consistently every day, and I was running 3.5 miles every day with a vest. That's just how long the trail I ran on was. And so I did that, and I also weightlifted. I also was doing attic insulation for work, so I was crawling around in these attics, and so I like needed to do that just so that I wasn't skin and bone. But yeah, I think for the most part I'm just gonna be eating at work on my work days. On my non-work days, I'm definitely gonna be cooking and making videos of cooking videos, if you will. Hey.